Hola amigos, soy Leslie Foster de Common Ground International and welcome back to another lesson of Spanish Quick Tips. Okay, this one is for maybe the intermediate Spanish learner. You have been learning Spanish for a little bit and you definitely know what I mean when I say the differences between the preterite and imperfect. Okay, you've studied the past tense, you know there are two past tenses in Spanish. Preterite and perfect, you know that they're different and the context of when to use them. Even if you don't pay attention to this video, because there are 5 verbs that change meaning when they're used in the past tense, and that's what this lesson is all about. Okay, those 5 verbs are, okay, conocer, which in the present tense is to know, saber, which in the present tense is to know, poder, to be able to, querer, to want, tener, to have. So we're going to look at how these 5 verbs change meaning in the preterite tense in Espanol, okay? And if you are noticing, conocer and saber both mean to know, how do you know when to use which one? That's another lesson. I'll link to it down below, but that's another quick tip lesson that you can review the differences between saber and conocer. Okay, la diferencia en general, hablando en términos grandes, okay, el pretérito, so the preterite past tense, implies acción específica, evento or movimiento. So it implies actions that happened in the past, specific actions happened in the past. It's a specific action related to a specific time period, or last week, last year, one time, on this day, specific day. It's an event, it's a movement. The imperfecto, this is a general review, in general, describes things, background information, how you're feeling, weather, the background, the scenario, okay, the information in the background. So action, background, okay, and that's going to help you know how these verbs change meaning. Okay, let's jump into them. So, conocer, okay, in the imperfecto, it means to know a person or a place, to be familiar with, to have been familiar with a person or place, okay? But in the preterito, it means to meet for the first time. So I met him. En 1998, conocí a mi esposo Rory, okay? Saber, to know information. Ella sabía mucha information. She knew lots of information. But in the preterite tense, it means to find out for the first time, to discover, okay? In junio, supe que estaba embarazada, okay? So I found out I was pregnant, okay? Poder, to be able to do something, so someone could do something in the imperfecto, but in the preterito, could do something and did it. So this one could do it, maybe had the ability to, but necessarily didn't follow through. But in the preterito, could and did do it. And the negative changes, when you use no poder in the preterite, it means to have failed at something, okay? Querer, to want, so someone wanted, okay? And in the preterito, to have wanted something and got it, okay? To have wanted something and did it. So maybe it was something you're thinking about and you didn't. We're going to look at specific examples, okay? The negative changes as well, and it means to have refused to do something, okay? And then tener, you know, used to have, always had something in the past tense, but in the imperfect, but when you use it in the preterito, it means to have received something. So here are the main changes in the preterito of these verb tenses. We're gonna get ready for a little story time, so buckle up. I'm gonna give you some examples of these using little tidbits, little vignettes de mi vida en español. Okay, mi esposo y yo. Un cuento corto. Okay. Yo conocía a muchas personas simpáticas cuando estudiaba en la Universidad de Colorado hace muchos años, okay. Pero el día más importante que todos mis días en la universidad fue cuando conocí a mi esposo Rory. Desde ese día y entonces hemos sido mejores amigos y esposos. So you're going to see here that when I was studying the university, I knew lots of people. I just knew lots of people in our department, but the most important day in my university is when I met, okay, mi esposo. So conocía, I knew, and then conocí, I met Rory. It's a specific time. It was August 16th. I remember the specific day. Excelente. Saber. Okay, let's look at a little story with saber to know. Okay, cuando era una niña, mi papá siempre me contaba muchas historias sobre su experiencia visitando Alaska. Alaska was something he was always telling us about, okay? Él sabía mucha información. He knew so much information about Alaska sobre los parques nacionales, los mejores lugares para pescar y las vistas preciosas, okay? El verano pasado, mi esposo y yo fuimos a Alaska con nuestros hijos por primera vez. Por fin conocimos las vistas increíbles y supimos lo bello que es el estado de Alaska. So my father knew all about Alaska. He was always telling us about it when we were children. But finally, my husband and I took our 3 kids last summer and we discovered the beauty that I grew up hearing about, okay? Supimos, to discover, we found out. We actually experienced it. We found out the beauty. Un ejemplo de saber and how it changes meaning. Are you getting the idea? Do you have specific examples? If you have examples, or if you want to try some examples, pop them in the comment box down below. Okay, let's look at poder, to be able to, okay? Es mi hijo, es un jugador de fútbol americano, okay? Or era un jugador de fútbol americano. Cuando mi hijo Caleb tenía 2 años, no podía caminar. Tenía la habilidad, he had the ability y la fuerza, okay, the strength muscular, pero no quería, he just did not want to walk. Me acuerdo de ese momento porque fuimos a la pediatra y ella me dijo que si no empezaba a caminar dentro de un mes, tendríamos que hacer una cita para ver una especialista. Caleb era muy inteligente y estaba prestando atención a lo que decía la doctora. Regresamos a la casa y el día siguiente él pudo caminar. That little stinker empezó ese día y todo cambió para siempre. Okay, in este contexto, so when he was little, when he was 2, okay, he just would not walk. He was not able to, or he just would not walk, okay? He was able to, he had the muscular strength, but on this day we went to the specialist and he heard what the doctor was saying. The day after, pudo caminar. So he did it. He was not able to, and then he tried and he did it. So you see that slight change in meaning right there, okay? So what have you tried and finally you were able to do in the past tense? That's a great use. Okay, these next 2 are combined, querer y tener. And this story is about nuestra perra Luna Bertalula Foster. That's down at my feet right now durante esta lección. Okay. Hace 6 años, nuestro perro, que tenía 16 años, se murió. Pasamos un periodo muy triste, echamos de menos nuestro perro en la casa. Los hijos y yo queríamos buscar otro perro. Sin embargo, mi esposo Rory no quería tener la responsabilidad porque viajamos mucho. Un día, mis hijos y yo estamos caminando, y vimos un perro precioso, grande, de color café y muy tranquilo. Regresamos a la casa y estamos explicándole a Roy sobre el perro y el momento de explicar qué tan lindo fue ese perro. Toda la familia quiso un perro nuevo. Al día siguiente nos comunicamos con la señora quien estaba vendiendo los perros. Tenía una perra que no tenía familia. Decidimos en este momento que queríamos esa perra y el día siguiente tuvimos la perra como parte de nuestra familia y le dimos el nombre Luna Bear Foster. Okay, so este es el cuento sobre Luna. You can see querer here in the imperfecto, Queríamos, we wanted. Quería, we wanted. This is the thing that we wanted a dog, okay? But aquí Rory en el momento de explicar que tan lindo fuese, pero toda la familia quiso. So in this moment we wanted and basically we got, okay? Right here, we wanted and we got, okay? So then we're using the verb tener right here. So we had, okay, dog. And then tuvimos, el día siguiente tuvimos, we received. So tener in the preterite tener is to receive. Okay. Thanks for joining Storytime with me. Ahora te toca a ti, quiz time. I'm going to give you a phrase with some verbs and you have to decide ¿cuál verbo es? Which verb is it? So go ahead, grab a piece of paper and a pencil and put me on pause to figure this out. Número uno, I found out. ¿Cuál verbo es? Número dos, we met for the first time. Número tres, she knew. Número cuatro, we could and we did. We were able to and we actually did it. Número cinco, he was able to. Número seis, we wanted to and we did. Número siete, they wanted to, but not sure if they did. Número ocho, they tried, but couldn't. Nueve, we knew a lot about Spain. And número 10, finalmente, they got in as they received the dog. Por ejemplo, they received the dog. Okay, I'm going to pop up the answers. So if you need a couple extra seconds, go ahead and put me on pause. Okay, here we go. Let's see how you did. I found out, yo supe. We met for the first time, nos conocimos. She knew, ella sabía. We could and we did, pudimos. He was able to, podía. We wanted to and we did, nosotros quisimos. They wanted to but not sure if they did, ellos querían. They tried but couldn't, ellos no pudieron. We knew a lot about Spain, nosotros sabíamos. Y finalmente, número 10, they got and received, ellos recibieron or tuvieron. Ellos recibieron, tuvieron. Okay, how did you do? Let us know. Now it is time to apply these 5 verbs. You have the head knowledge. Now it's time to aplicar, to open your mouths, okay? Use this information from this lesson in your speaking ability, okay? So, arriesgate, abre la boca, take a risk, open your mouth, y comete errores, make mistakes. Mistakes are part of the learning process. Muchísimas gracias. If this is a lesson that you learned something from, leave us a comment down below, whether you're watching this on our YouTube channel or on our blog. If you know someone that could use this information, pass along to someone else, and be sure to subscribe to our newsletter YouTube channel to get más lecciones de español. Hasta luego. Chao. Gracias.